Uptown Downtown is another cut song from Follies. It is Steve at his toughest on the surface, but it's also probably the single most virtuosic sequence of rhyming in all of Sondheim's work. And that's a pretty high bar to cite. I never worked harder on a bridge in my whole life. I think it took me a month to learn. She sits at the Ritz with her splits of mums and starts to pine for a stein with her village chums. But with a Schlitz in her midst down in Fitzroy's bar, she thinks of the Ritz. Oh, it's so schizo. I mean, that is hard enough. And then the melody is really hard. And it was just one of the thrills of my life to make all of that feel conversational and to get it to where I could finally just say it and not have to syllabalize it. The woman in this is a particular kind of New York, shall we say, split personality. She's a social climber, and she doesn't know which social world she wants to climb. Does she want to be an uptown woman who has got a split of mums, or is she a downtown girl? Now, the city has changed since Steve wrote this. Now, these days, I think the hyphenated Harriet would far likelier have a place in Tribeca or the meatpacking district downtown than than living uptown as her sort of main base, because uptown's kind of fuddy-duddy. There's no more splits of mums, and you can't even buy a Schlitz at the Roy's bar either. So it's just one of those rare Sondheim songs where the materials are dated, but of course the emotion really hasn't dated. Uptown, downtown. I think on our album, we're trying to crystallize a really piercing idea of New York that's perpetually endangered. New York is always changing, yet it's completely mutable. Downtown is up, and uptown is down.
She's two of the most miserable girls